Okay, so I've got some specimens here, and I've got the detector on. Some of this stuff I just put on because it was cool. I'm not even going to detect it. I just wanted to show some of the cool stuff that I find down the mine. But I'm sure some people are curious how this will react on something like a half-gram nugget. This one's a little bit over a half-gram, and it's going to hit from a good 2 inches. And that's exactly what that is. I've got it hot, you know. I mean, that's getting close to 3 inches. That's about 3 inches. And it's hitting a good couple inches away. So that'll rip on a piece to... You can search some cracks with that and get a definitive signal. Next, I'm going to go to this really cool piece. I'm going to turn the light on for that. And this piece right here, pardon the background noise. These things are just hot. You can't get around it. Hear that buzz? I got it set perfectly. You see here, there's just a little bit of gold growing right out of there. See that? Take the light. Just the light, and that's a little piece of gold right there. Nice crystal. I just eyeballed this thing. Just walking up the creek and looked like a really rich piece of ore. And sure enough, it's got a really good signal. Really good signal. So you're up here. And so when this is hot, it's going to have a little noise wherever you go. But see here? And there's actually something right here too. Look at that. This is a rich piece. There's gold right there. So you're going to get gold on the way in, and you're going to get iron on the way out. And this is all gold. This is where the piece is that I was showing you. But it feels like there could be almost a leaf in here, gold, running right up there. Now let's flip it. And if I remember correctly, it's kind of quiet over here. See, and that's just... But you hear there's that background sound. But no, there's a leaf going through here. Oh, yeah, baby. Listen to that. That's metal. And so you don't know that that's going to be gold, but on this piece, it sure is, because all there is gold on here. So that's a really rich piece from the mine. And listen here, barren. Oof. So that one's hot. Let's move on. Now this piece right here was the one I found in the river. And much like a cabochon, it's very water polished. Let's turn on the light for that. Turn off the light for that, actually. Let's turn it on. Let's turn it back on. And this one almost tricked me. I almost thought this was pyrite. But I could see that there was actually a nice gold kind of leaf on there. And this camera's just not doing it justice. But pyrite... Calco, which is fool's gold, isn't going to signal. So this, the only copper that we see here that is detectable is a copper crystal that's actually blue and purple. And we've been fooled by it. But check this out. Not as strong of a signal as before, but look, let's go left to right. Nothing. But just as I've been doing this video, this thing needs to be adjusted because listen, we're not hearing a threshold. So here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to take it and just... Hear that? That's the best lesson I can give you this whole video. Now watch how hot it is on this now. I'm not even touching it. Let's get a side by side. See that? I'm not even touching it. Remember before I had to tap it? And that just happened during the course of the video. So you have to always, And those are my favorite detectors too, are the ones that are like a motorcycle clutch. You gotta pop it. You gotta adjust it. And so see, when I come in, it gets a little feedbacky. But no, you want that threshold. And watch when I flip this over now. We got a signal going into the back. This is a very valuable tool. If you have a gold property, anything like that. Now I want to take a minute to just show some cool stuff. And then after I do that, I'm going to metal detect this for the first time. I pulled this out of the shop, out of Yosemite Crystals. And it's got a lot of the indicators in our area that for gold. One of which is arsenal pyrite, which you see here. There's some arsenal pyrite. And I believe that there may be more than arsenopyrite too, because some of this stuff looks almost like zinc, like sphalerite. But whenever I see those arsenopyrites, which looks kind of like a silver kind of alloy, let me see if it looks better in lower light. Yeah. Let's turn the flash on, and I'm going to bring the light down a little bit. Sorry for the bad camera work. I apologize, but I hope you're enjoying the content. There's some arsenopyrite. See that chromy looking thing? Anytime you see that in our area in gold country, that's indicative of a potential area where you're going to find rich ore. The gold runs with the arsenopyrite. It grows right out of it sometimes. Cheers. It's been a tough day. I erased a 17-minute long video, but I only found one picker. And it led me to this. Everything is meant to be. Check this out, guys. Ever seen anything like this? You can almost feel its texture by looking at it. This is an absolutely beautiful piece of nephrite jade out of my creek. This was something that was commonly shipped back to China by the Chinese. And some people will find serpentine that's mistaken for nephrite jade. But this is much different. You can feel this is almost as heavy as gold. It sits in the gold layer. And just look at this beautiful, beautiful piece. It has a waxy feel. The Chinese called it green gold, and they believed that it cured kidney disease because of its kidney shape. And you can see it does have kind of a kidney shape, doesn't it? A lot of it. Here's another piece, and these were all found. They're all in the same vein. They were found within hundreds of feet of each other, and you only find this in a certain part of the creek. But this is just more beautiful nephrite jade. I think this piece actually is a really pretty piece. Real gemmy. It's got some of that iron staining on it. But this is a real just gemmy piece. It just has a great waxy feel to it. And they would bury the dead with this, actually, to send them up into heaven. And you know what? I hold on to this stuff. I sometimes clutch it tight. And that leads me to another beautiful thing that I hope you guys are enjoying this, because this is stuff that I knew nothing about when I bought this property. And I'm in a very special area where we get all this stuff, and it's all related to each other. It was created by Mother Earth. Look at this beautiful crystal. I sniped this in the creek while I was looking for gold through my sniper tube. You can see this hasn't traveled far. I know where it comes from. It comes from an area we call Crystal Mountain, Crystal Springs, and I have a lot of crystals. I opened a place called Yosemite Crystals. But the crystals are related to the gold, and the gold and the crystals, they grow together. They're both related to this gold ore, and you'll find crystals like this, although this doesn't have really much of a matrix on it. they'll start off in these quartz veins. And the crystals are like kind of like icicles that cooled really slowly over many, many, many years. And we even have some really special phantom crystals. It's really hard to do these justice. Look at the clarity of that. This is a beautiful crystal. And it's really crazy because when I know this sounds really weird, I'm not into any of the really heebie-jeebie stuff, but I kept this by my bed, and it was on my bed a couple of nights. I had the craziest dreams. And then I looked it up, and it said that some quartz crystals can give you really vivid dreams. And you know, I don't know, I think I may put it by my bed tonight. I'm in the mood for some good dreams. So let's close this out. This is actually really therapeutic for me, guys, because I made a really cool video today that I erased. But, you know, this actually has more kind of meat to it. And this is really something cool. This is kind of like show and tell. But I've got this piece here I'm going to metal detect for the first time. I took it out of the shop, and let's do it live. I like excitement. That's why I like gold. So let's turn this on. And I want to run this hot. I hope you guys have learned that by watching this. That's too hot. And that's another lesson. You run it too hot, you won't hear anything. It has to have like a mosquito buzz. Okay, that's not it. A little bit more. And every time you turn this thing on, it's a little different. Okay, hear that? Hear that? All right, we're not quite there yet. All right. I better end this video soon because I'm running out of space. Okay, that's pretty hot. Oh my God, right off top, we're getting a signal. Wailing. So that means metal. In this particular piece, it's very possible there could be gold in it, but I'm just letting you guys know that it's not necessarily saying metal. I mean gold, it's saying metal, but we got nothing there. But whenever there's metal, especially in my area, there's going to be gold running with it somewhere. So see this arsenopyrite? Let's hit this side. The arsenopyrite is not detectable, but I've seen gold growing right out of it. And when you read the old mining journals, we don't have anything here. When you read these old mining journals, I can smell the base metals in this. A lot of sulfides. Now listen, we lost our threshold. And that's where it needs a little adjustment. But it seems to be wailing right here. Let's take out my way cool magnifying glass LED. Look at this thing. So badass. I got this at Grocery Outlet for like $4. I bought 3 of them. And we're getting the signal like right there. Turn to see. I'm looking under the loop. Yeah, let's see here. And I don't know much about zinc, but I'm assuming zinc. I don't know if sphalerite is detectable. Maybe somebody can tell me. But there may be some gold sitting under that. I don't see any. I see some chalcopyrite right here, which could trick you into thinking it's gold, but that's not detectable. But the fact that there's metal in this of any sort, this is something I'd crush up. I'm not going to spend any more time on it. That was cool, though. We got a signal on it, you know? And so whenever I get a signal, that just goes right into the crushing pile. You're just going to crush out, you know? I want to hit this side area because I'm seeing something in there that sort of resembles gold. I want to see if it's chalcopyrite. Yeah, it's chalco. See, but I still have to reset that threshold. It's just way too high. See that? I got a low threshold. No, nothing. Alright guys, well, I'm going to end this video, and I hope this showed you a little bit about how this works. And I'll be getting back out tomorrow and making an even better video than I erased today. I learned a lesson, and I won't let that happen again. Hope everybody has a good night. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you get your notifications every time I post a new video. I've got a lot of really good content coming up. I'm going to take a trip up to my gold mine soon. I don't see anybody really doing that too much. Haven't been up there for a little bit of time, so I'll be going up there with my MD20. I want to detect some of my old tailings piles, as well as some of the veins inside the tunnel. So, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching.